So I had to fix my beeping smoke alarm problem, but I need to do it in an affordable way. I need to get it done fast also because that beeping was keeping me up at night. What I found was on Amazon, I could find this 20-foot aluminum telescopic ladder. It's really easy to ship and it only has one rung, so that way I think that was what makes it more affordable because there's just a lot less material that goes into this thing. And even though it's compact and looks small, this thing gets up really high. Like I said, 20 feet. I've got about maybe 12-foot ceiling in this room, and I didn't have anything that was even close to that. I picked up this ladder. I think they do have a 12-foot version actually, but I wasn't quite sure how big it was. So I went for the 20. It was definitely overkill. It got 20 feet is actually pretty tall, but this thing is awesome. Worked really well, and it was affordable. So what I would say is when you're doing this, basically to set this up, all you have to do, there's no assembly required, except for there are a couple hooks if you want to do something outside, like where you're attaching it to like the roof or something. You can use the hooks for some stability. I didn't do that, but maybe you might want to. So the way I used it, I didn't have any assembly, but basically all you have to do is you gotta lift up, and I would lift up from the bottom here. You want to use the bigger telescopic parts because at the top it's thin and it doesn't feel as sturdy. I mean, I think it's probably fine if you're going all the way up to 20 feet, but if you don't have to go all the way up to 20 feet, use the bigger, sturdier parts at the bottom. It's going to make you feel a lot more stable and secure. So definitely start off from the bottom there. And then once you want to put the ladder away, there's these little buttons here, and like, especially for these lower ones, there's a lot of weight resting on these. So you got to be careful and watch your fingers because they will come down pretty fast. So all you got to do is push in here below the ones you're doing. And to keep it safe, I keep my fingers down here away, like don't pinch like this. You will get your fingers smashed, all right? Yeah, that comes down with a lot of force. So be very careful. This will probably break your fingers if you're not doing it careful. Don't let the kids do it. Definitely make sure an adult's doing it. This is kind of scary. But once it's done, if you pull up on it, it starts telescoping again. So you got to use the strap here to make sure everything's stuck together. And now when you lift it, it stays in place. So 10 out of 10 on this thing. It's easy to store. Not the lightest thing for sure, because it's all metal and very tall. But I mean, compared to a different ladder, it's a lot easier to store compared to a traditional ladder. So yeah, I'd say 10 out of 10. Get this thing. It was really cheap. Like I paid like 140 bucks for it, and a ladder that has like, the more V shape to it. I mean, that would have been like 500 bucks or something like that. So price wise, super affordable. Highly recommend.